Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V. It's a 1.6 SR. Car's in absolutely beautiful condition. Apologies for that, just got attacked by a wasp. It is absolutely beautiful, this car. It's covered just 48,000 miles. From memory, it's been serviced just, I think it's 10 times in its ownership. So done on the age rather than mileage quite clearly. Finished in the urban titanium, which looks lovely on these cars. A bit biased, my wife's is in this colour as well, but there we are. Front of the car, excuse my shadow, really clean and tidy. Lights and lenses completely clear and intact. Bottom of the car, I can't see a stone chip of any note on there at all. It's incredible. Near side of the car, passenger side, absolutely beautifully smooth. Nice to see they've put door protectors on, which obviously helps with sort of dinks and dents on cars. Actually looks quite nice in the car as well. Near side front alloy in very good condition. Given the car's just been washed off, it's not been polished, it's got a lovely natural gleam about this car. It's so crisp. Near rear side alloy, again, lovely condition. And come around the back of the car. Single electrics with a tow bar fitted, which is a very high quality one. Back again. Very nice indeed. Off side of the car, driver's side, again, it's like a mirror. It's just unbelievably clean. I venture to say there's not going to be another one this age of mileage that looks just as crisp as this one does. Offside rear, lovely. And then the remaining panel looks absolutely beautiful. And final alloy, again, unblemished. But that's, you know, a microscope will find something, but you have to look very, very hard indeed. It's incredibly clean. It's coming to the back of the car now. Cavernous boots on the CR-Vs with these easy fold seats. CR-Vs are family cars and generally are very heavily used, so a few little nicks and marks is not uncommon. Yet this one has been absolutely cherished. Full load liner fitted, obviously to protect the carpeted area underneath, which looks like new. It's coming to the back now. Enormous amounts of rear legroom, and I've set the seat for myself and I'm over 6 foot tall. Here you can see the half leather Alcantara interior, and again this is where all the damage is generally done on CR-Vs because it's where the kids are, and yeah, it looks like that's hardly been used in the back. Let's come to the front and the passenger side. Again, all very, very clean and tidy. Full set of original Honda mats on the car. Passenger seat there again in beautiful condition. Finally come to the front, door card again absolutely beautifully clean. Same with the footwell areas, and driver's seat again for a 9-year-old car has been kept absolutely beautifully. So inside the car now, as always is the case, I have the engine running, so the dashboard is illuminated. The dashboard looks like new, incredibly clean. As you'll know from the advert, this car benefits from this major option on the car, which is the EX model sat nav. All working perfectly there. Pop the car into reverse, got that lovely big screen reverse camera, because ordinarily where the information pod is above, that's where the camera is. It's a much smaller affair, but it's nice to see on this. And coming down the centre stack, just beautifully clean. Quickly just show you the dash binnacle, 48,352 miles. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all, but it is in beautiful condition in here. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V, and it's a 1.6 SR. Car is registered MK14ULP, and mileage at the start of the road test is just 48,352 miles. The reason for all of our videos is very simple indeed, especially actually this road test section. It's to ensure that if anyone is looking online at any of our cars, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. The reason we feel it's important, always have done, is because, like far too many people, we've been to go and see cars, travelled a long way, only to find out when you get there it's got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car. So that's why we do it. We also do the road test on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on. The theory being, of course, that it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be driving the car. So coming to the car itself, beautifully looked after car in every way, not only cosmetically but also mechanically. Engine starts instantly and settles to an absolutely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. These are brilliant diesels in every single way. First and foremost, people buy diesel for economy, and they achieve very, very good economy figures. Very close to what the manufacturer claims, driven normally in personal use of these, and we've owned many of them. When I'm doing sort of shorter trips, not conducive to necessarily the best economy, I'm normally sort of 50 to 55 to the gallon. On longer trips, I'm up to 65 to the gallon. So they really do achieve it, and you don't have to nurse them along. I mean, you drive them smoothly, you change up early, you do all the things you're meant to do, but you don't have to sort of tickle the throttle to get the economy figures out of them. But on top of that, you've got an engine built and designed by Honda, so reliability, if you maintain them regularly, is almost a given. They're cam chain driven, there's no cam belts to worry about, but on top of all of that, it's just a lovely engine to sit behind and use. It's very flexible, it pulls keenly uphill there, fourth gear just pulls hard, so don't think because it's only a 1.6 it doesn't go. It's got plenty of punch. Just a very, very but it's also very kind of smooth and quiet in operation. Only, as that's just parking sensor just picking up a hedge, by the way. Only at sort of low speeds isn't noticeably a diesel, which even Honda can't engineer out. But when you're up to a cruise, it's very smooth and quiet indeed. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox of the car. Clutch on the car, absolutely spot on, nice and smooth and positive, and actuation, bite point exactly where it's meant to be. And then you come to one of the best gearboxes you're going to use in any SUV, because Honda do these things brilliantly well. It starts with the positioning of the gear lever, daft as it sounds, because it's coming out at forward, quite a long way forward. It's not kind of back here where you're kind of dislocating your shoulder to sort of change gear, but it's also very short and throw, very snappy. It's got a lovely quality of engagement. Everything about it just smacks of an engineering company. Too many of its competitors give you, still in this day and age, kind of truck-like gear changes, with sort of long throw and vague. But this, would go into any competitor's sports cars. That's how good it is. It also, by the way, feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. There's just zero wear on it. So coming to the steering and chassis, steering first and foremost tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, but the whole driving experience is incredibly car-like. Again, at a time where lots of the rivals were still giving, like a commercial van in front, there was that sensation. The steering's quick, it's direct, it's accurate, it's precise, it's beautifully weighted, never feels nervous on the road, and it allows the car to flow through corners beautifully well and works wonderfully with the chassis. Again, that's not always a given. Sometimes you've got good steering but a chassis that sort of flops about or is too nervous, but this is just dialed in beautifully. Because what the chassis and the car's design criteria quite clearly is to transport families around. It's not designed to be a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It's a mode of transport, but what it does brilliantly well. As much as they handle fantastically for the type of car they are, this does what it's meant to do absolutely superbly. And the chassis gives you this wonderfully compliant ride. Very comfortable, very well judged. It's it's very easy to make it sort of soft and squidgy so it absorbs every single bump. But the problem is when you go through corners, you get lots of, because it's a taller car, you get lots of body motion, which can be incredibly unsettling for, in particular, rear seat passengers. And that's where the CR-V is brilliant, because the compromise is perfect on the car. Incidentally, by the way, there's absolutely no rattles or clonks coming from underneath the suspension, so all in very, very fine order indeed. Brakes, absolutely superb on the car. We checked under when we did a service, it looks like they must have had very recent discs and pads, because they're all in very good order. Worth pointing out, all that is going to be checked by the MOT test station, which is done independently of us. We don't do our own MOTs, so it's going to be checked anyway. Then finally coming inside, as you'd expect of a Honda, a beautifully put together car. It also happens to be in superb condition, as you know from the walk around section of this video. But when you get into the CR-V, you're greeted by something that it's just easy to drive straight away, and you feel very confident driving. Loads of my customers who have come, who've never had a CR-V or Honda possibly before, maybe they come from a smaller car, might be sort of quite nervous at the thought of driving what they think is a bigger car. But actually, when you park them side by side, because it's an optical illusion almost, it's not as big as it looks. But when you get in it, you've got really good visibility, which really helps with your confidence. Massive wing mirrors, which again, when you're doing lane changes or you're parking and manoeuvring, makes that much easier. And then you've got kind of a low dash line as well, so you can see the bonnet in front, which is a real rarity in this day and age. And also the layout of the dashboard itself is very user friendly. So when you get in, after 2 or 3 days of driving, owning the car, it's mastered. Things become second nature very quickly. This one, as I say, is obviously equipped with the top of the range sat-nav system, all working perfectly, dead simple and easy to use. Down below that, separate from the screen, which is a nice touch, Honda give you this dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you so wish. All of the switchgear, everything you're going to twist and press and poke, has a wonderfully high quality feel to it. It really does. It's those little details, nothing sort of grates, nothing feels plasticky, like it's going to fall off in your hand. It all feels really substantial. Then by the way, ice cold air coming out of that, so we've checked that as well. Dash binnacle in front, just your classic Honda, simple, almost minimalist in a way, but crisp, crystal clear information imparted, so you're not having to take your eyes off the road for more than necessary. And then finally, you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel, which is quite small in diameter, feels great in hand. The point of the video, as always, is to pick up any issues. There's nothing. It literally drives absolutely perfectly. Cannot fault it in any way. A really wonderful car, this one.